I'm Kelly Bonilla.
And I'm Jade Palomino.
And we are members of the class of Darden of 2020. And we're so sorry we can't be there with you today, but we're literally on a plane to New York for another pitch competition on Wednesday morning. So Jade and I are actually co-founders from before our Darden days. In May of 2017, we co-founded Slay. And so we used to be coworkers at Endeavor, where we worked with numerous tech entrepreneurs and in the startup space in Miami. And we had a really personal pain point where every Friday afternoon in the summer, we would try to treat ourselves to mani-pedis when we got out early. And we found it really time intensive to find and book appointments and also super costly. So we would have to leave the office to call to make an appointment. And then it was often really hard to find a place that was convenient and efficient. And so we started thinking about how we could address this problem for ourselves and learn that the market size is actually huge. So 100 million Americans go to a salon every single month. And we focus on urban millennials just like ourselves. And over 15 million urban dwelling millennials go to a salon every single month. And the average expenditure on just manicures and pedicures is $1,345 a year. So the total addressable market, or our target market, is actually over $20 billion annually. And so this problem affects a lot of people, including ourselves. And so on the user side, it's really costly to get beauty services. It's also really hard to book online. So there isn't a mobile-first solution. We do everything else on our phones, from order groceries to order a stranger's car to our door, yet we can't make a manicure appointment or a blowout appointment, which is kind of absurd. So the industry is really fragmented. So salons are mostly mom and pop shops. Actually, small businesses account for over 85% of revenue in the space. And as a result, technology has been really slow to infiltrate the industry. And so salons really have a hard time acquiring new customers and taking mobile-first payments, credit cards, etc. And so we built Slay to address not only our problems that we face as consumers, but the problems that small business salon owners face every single day.
So our app is really easy to use. Say you're coming out of your business appointment on a Friday, you simply pull out your phone using our geolocation feature. It shows all of our nearby salons. You walk into that salon after finding and booking an appointment, and all of the tipping and the payment is all done via the app. You can also leave a rating, which is awesome, and that's it. No worries. Super easy. And just in terms of our business model, so on the consumer side, users pay anywhere from $45 to $150 a month in exchange for a certain number of credits that they can then use at any of our partner salons. On our salon side, we negotiate an individual payout price for the 10 services on our platform, and every 2 weeks we do a direct deposit into their accounts based on utilization. So in terms of competitors, we are very different from our competitors because our competitors really haven't quite figured out or cracked the code on how to best serve both customers and salons. So we have competitors like, for example, Glam Squad, and they focus on basically charging their premium for all services on their platforms. And they also focus on in-home services. So that means that basically you have an independent contractor coming into your home and you're paying a ton of cash for a service that actually a lot of people prefer to get in salons. So brick and mortar salons are not going away. And that's proven by the fact that 1 in 3 consumers still goes to a salon, and that number is actually growing year over year. So we actually allow people to do what they already like to do, which is actually experience going to a salon, because people don't ultimately go to salons for a service, but they also go there to get away and to get pampered, right? So anyway, it's a huge point of differentiation is the fact that we are salon facing. We also offer a minimum 15% discount on all services on our platform. So that's a huge point of differentiation as well, which is great because when people are trying to keep up their routines or regular beauty routines, they pay a ton of cash. Next is we focus on highly repeatable services that are technician agnostic. What does that mean? We focus on services where people prioritize timing and convenience, right, over the actual provider. So we don't actually offer, for example, high involvement services like colorings or straightenings, things like that. We focus on, for example, manicures and pedicures, where people, again, ultimately just want to get it done and get it done really quickly. Also, being women of color, we're really focused on providing a platform that's both inclusive from a marketing standpoint and also inclusive from a salon provider perspective. So as an African American woman, I want to be able to walk into a salon and know that they know how to handle my specific hair type. So that's a big point.
Exactly. And so we actually quit our jobs last January to launch our ventures. We launched our beta in April of this past year in Miami, where we were both based. And we learned a ton in that beta. And we're really excited because we're almost done building our native app from all of those learnings. And the biggest learning we had was around how to best work with salons and seamlessly integrate with their scheduling systems. So at first, we had originally built out a platform for them to use so that they can completely control the supply that was appearing on our app. And what we learned really quickly was that to work very well with salons, we needed to not change their current behavior, but fit into their current operations. So we completely changed our scheduling operations to enable our automated phone calls using Twilio, so that instead of the salons having to do an extra step to work with us, we actually just acted just like any other customer and brought them new clients. Secondly, we also learned that our value proposition for salons is actually really, really strong. We thought that we would be spending a lot more time onboarding salons than we actually did, because at the end of the day, we were bringing a new client book to these small businesses that desperately needed it without taking huge chunks out of their margins like Groupon and Living Social. And then we also learned that on the consumer side, our customers actually really favored our highest end salons. So people want to get a discount and want to get a lot of bang for their buck, but they still want to go to a really nice place. So as a result, we curated a very specific type of salon network that focuses on quality. And lastly, we also learned a lot about how to best target our consumers and who our target consumer was. And so we're really excited to use all of these learnings from our beta and launch here in Charlottesville as our second region next semester.
Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in Charlottesville.
Thanks.